Yama refo chain, yama makwaba mrare, TV XYZ. The more you know, I no pay yam watching makwaba beam. Medini Agya Wusu ansa. Memenda no pa Abranaa so. Yetena se ya. Common dia koso na watchino na wie ni. Te shase bisi semre. Dia koso sefata se de bredi hu komono. Edru memenda no pa se anongo twebo kusise nundu bebo a ne atena se na afia de bre ne edi hu komo. Na anopay ensem wa pono so pa. Sefata editi. Baby adwenkyerɛ no uyi hu free manyi fe sɛ yagye atum sɛ be democracy ɛno yɛ me no mie no aban ne yɛ me ne wo nti yɛn hyehyɛ yɛ yagye atum no dodo amamu nti etena sɛ ya bibia mu no de dodo no bɛka no yɛ sipo gina esie ne ho ne wie nti etena sɛ na afi papa ewo mu ya so ne so na no pay etmesi nti Abranaa so anopay ahwefo a wachichini benche ehwɛ na mo amutie ada medium no so no before na otwe be kona wie na ensuo ne to ne yire no ehonkomudie ne ma wie ye nyina ye de hye so clean up exercise no na otwe ba ko twa mu no me ye ni fiada ene ne memenda so exercise ne course wani tua ba bi ekowie ye praye yetumi asesa emura no enkrofo ball a wo yifiri wo dem ba mountain no ekowie sei yetimi afa ni nyina de aka no ye be ne den mampanyi gina so se landfill site base numbi on kran ha wakache zoom line so mie said de be a tricycles no kofa ball ano ba bi obekọ akọ 5 bia na obetimi anya ba bi e de akọ ansa ne transfer e de afiri ho nti asa akonya no e bai wona e de wo ho hye adwumadi nim ene ombobre ayo mu saafo ni nyina so e ya de mampanyi na ankasa okuta sofi no ena ode sabola ni bi ana afi yama no hwi bara aka ho no wasegum ni nyina ekire ekwan ene ofama yenya se de betu ofin na se na fi ni betu ase a na ejinesi a yebesimiye enya afanfa fi se wo pra no na obi so tugu sankomo ne da ho yenwie eno achi ena enya the new patriotic party say ombeto aba the various constituencies no yi o constituency chairman na oto aba ni wie resource aba no in fact aba na Saturday na so no extension ba mu bitu mu de na Sunday oto aba ni wie no na ba bi o ho a o mu se yagitum anyeye ntokwasi ewie akire bi so mu ko serve court order and I say injunction through that Emma atwede to tututo ne ade bam afija secretaries ne ade ewi eche bi num fa ho prepare police for chichire bi ehon sem eho na akwakoba se ba bi NPP amanyoko num panyufo national executives no e de krata to so se constituencies we yetwam eni kwan sa abato na to so anasa ye course ye gitum no panyufo ni bi ese da bi omo akwakogina ho national executives akasa no regional executives ne constituency executives bi akogina ho aswe saafo ni in ba ko ye bantman ne sechere a making eno so nkomo na akwa ye bebre sese no respect na say party adwuma no mpanifo gina esi no chairman our region and the national NEC sa nkomo ne da ho omo twe ne den anopay na ye hu say the Ashanti regional chairman Chamaun to mene the general secretary Johnson Justin Frimpong could be at the aboso secretary ni team mechere ne onye wa Ashanti region or national unja region man no onye na adwuma ho. So the question is national executive gina esi no Chamaun to meet twem e ma ne ye na eno so akwa enkomo foforo na enwachi na ese nkrofo bi court no mo kono kohwe ebi di akọ Supreme Court say omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ana asa aban no otimi kọ prince aso ana whatever mampanyin na wai kuro nanim no wadi ka de be still Ghana ni de sebe otebe nanso kasa babu mo baka so nte opese oba in plain words said de be a obenya fofora kan afa ho nti ebinum court so mampanyin John Dramani Mahama Supreme Court my interpretation say okọ first time I din kan no wan kwanto aso a okoye yeyi ni si nchen osa baaye no bana waba no betimi asa akobiem na amanfo no they are even they are yet to receive your friend is the final and I said the Supreme Court declaration on that before court beba no waba so no John Dramani Mahama one Ghana for kwa apam no baako ogidi pa say Ghana for to abama ne say oba baako no wanwi na adwuma ntomo de baako ka ho ama no na oba be wi adwuma no to ne na point is kata dada nti na yai ka say ono ne breso a obeko onim so one time also no akan constitution na read ya ne nti asemu onim say Ghana for ama no one time nti duru wa ne bre no so a on hesitate so bi wo ho kwan anaso bi person ko Supreme Court a o de amasa nipa na san komo na wo hwa no pay e beje brebe kakra na fe the agric minister eko mrahye bi da fie na hotwe ba ko no beko na wie no e na o de koto dwase nkokon kitenkiti project ne course committee na frɛ no na no yiem no nkokon kitenkiti project na course no yes indeed aban ne ye na afamu de nkokon no koi nanso enkrofo mpo di videos send no say nkokon na ma de pa anti no on san fa bi mbra na minister na no ye ne say nkokon ya fa ama say enkrofo no anaso obi onya ebe nwe ni nyina well explanation anase bi no mo nya nkokon ni bi abechirim de nti a akoba say bi omkokon no kromo kunare gani ade na emom ministry no nkokon ketenkiti project no enye say asomese na obenten meje nkore nkoko 50 baako fo ntimi ntena se mo na pesi enwe ni nyina sa ebinim so munya 5 yewuragura mu no na say bi ankokon de onya 5 no kra no ebia ne nua onya 50 no ena ema ne bi so ominya 50 wanya bia de kwaji numye sa ne kobae eno achi nkokon kitenkiti project no bibi techiri enye no nko a minister no ede sanchiri mu ni nyina ensoso aba eno wo ho sansoso ena na otwe mu nsoso no yese cabinet approve emra bi ho de kokobae ne se abandada na ekoye no nanka kwa ebretu yenkom nanso executive instrument bi bai emeko wi akire no na se ye portion na ba bi ho a mampanyi no etimi makwan na yetimi ko forest nim ekotu mine na ekotu fumagudie akwanya bai ma forest ni ekom ankrofo kosisi adan ne ade na otwe ye mu the Lands and Natural Resources Minister come mampanyi na so ye no de free ho bae a the brain say o mampanyi John Dramani Mahama the same executive instruments na ebinom ede ma akwan yenko forest nim yetimi kotu agudie yenko forest nim ko bompata yenko ne yenko sikuru wo forest nim no sisi ai ka say say executive instrument foforo aba ami aba abetwem especially achimota forest na forest na engete back and go back to the original forest nim visenye kwa imu na sebi ye kwa kutu galamsey ye kutu gold ye kutu sanoma no the achimota forest sisi ai ka say no go back to the original state as a forest now three mu sankomo no enso so ebai ema yedibi de weni afoforo bi eka ho anope ya hye se asrafo no mu bie kwan from Accra to Kumasi no enso so ehonkomodie by sika a sabri aban spende na expenses no de akọ de enko en minim kontabu na krachefo no etoda bi omu abu anu ma confuse omu de anope e bejebre na afi yahwe ni nyina mabedwafo beba beka me medini Agya Wusu ansa Abranaa so metwa mo abasese na afi anope nkomo a ewo ye apono so ha ye didi hu nkomo na afi abedwafo na ba beka me basese ya.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority. Ebo bibia kokose. Se fuel tank enya kwenshia. Ne dania. Men ko ho nkwaye wadwen se. Okwosisa petrol anafango no. Ena finso. Menye wadwen se wo ben fuel tank enya kwenshia ne ho. Akwa kodwetwa videos ana pictures. Na petrol anafango wo hwenso. Uhua ko wo mu a. Enye sunsu asobone. Ewo apomeden semso. Fango nso eho ahometinti no. Enfomso kitu ebi ebetumi ameja tom amana gise wom. Eba ne saa nipa dodo timi femu hyehye ehwe mo nkwa emeja pade dodo na nso esei aya fredum je adwumayefo ana posifo no mo mehwe nso ano wutumi nso efre National Petroleum Authority ewo 0302 550 380 kaise wonkwa wo hoi eho hia bebre esen saa fango no kokoboi National Petroleum Authority ene de bro.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit Auto Checks at Koforodia Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks, check.
Auto Checks, your safety, our priority.
Check, auto checks.
For Aquaba na afia no pay nto aso mfam free ya Abranaa so yetena se memenda no pase enkomo no de bebo ama ya setena mu niema ese emuda ho na ehu mu fine yetu anamopa na ye kasa mpaga na democracy na tumpone no ene yetena se na afia di hu komo anopai ensem ni bi o apono so na mabobo bi so no ebi o ha ebebi mu kakra na se ebebi so kakra ansam abidwafo no beba otumi aba de yakoba ense parliament and I said the House of Records, Ghana's Parliament. Now, Trini Muaeban, the Aquacoban said, Bill Bakwane Daho. Na Parliament, sobe passe. Na ultimate passe, minority, as usual, mostly, the even said Ghana Hano. Sabine are also at the Mrebi Bana minority and Peninsula na Ontiasia work out near normal. Until as usual, minority okay out. Say the final contribution to Krananya de Audo Bishim. If we say tribunal court ahodo, and I say bill now personal tribunal bill 2026 no more support. Now minority leader any central for Kasai before na house or no omedi can argue actual position the entire tribunal bill no omo support and I say omonyentum. Na the dimwa kese Our Fenyo Markins, Eka Wasem say tribunal bill no be undermine the process. Yewo, ye faso, edi bu attentini ni ewo maimo. Ekoso. Nanso minority no so chre, majority ni chre side. say bill na say pass it na sa bill ho no ehon komodi e course o mra hye be fie the majority kind minority kind before the passage no ma ye na private legal practitioner lawyer edugita makuloni ho nkomo kakra na afi ye hwe tribunal no kakai bi ana kansa no pete me kan mo ache
ya no private chamu echa with you
na ho to say kansa na mbusa so ho to say
na ka chobo ade adawo
ya do bad ya say em say ahoman sheki kakra ntinu ba bi a ono ahwa ye ni yam kakra man that's right
better
I feel there en common tell yenim say branch the nim de nemum tribunal every be atwam Ghana ha this not the first time tribunal na bi akoso court no ama ekiri na ye hunu sesi aye ka say bill no ya pass it yen fan feed the word tribunal court no na enhwe ba bi a Ghana ne ewo a free system na ya sa introduce so tribunal na kakai bi ana
upon opportunity say your baby say they educate team for ya ale homofies ye ko ba en me say na ma bi o ma mo ye friend the PND law 24 and set up the tribunal system where judicial administration na the tribunal system here and me say everything noticeable first of all, many workers are here. It could be the charge of murder, which means it will be so. It will be so. You bring the FN of committal proceedings. If we are, the person is tried by a jury and a judge. And yes, sir. So, jury, no. They decided the questions of fact. Not judge, determine the question of law. And she Sekobami said, "Obi decided say." And listen, that is a trial where the penalty is death, maximum. Once you remove penalty, you are associated death. You don't want a big castle. If you were death, the people who do that, a judge and a jury, so jury, it's not move forward. It's not move forward. So, what exactly is the fear? Yeah, and no create in this time, no more use a public tribunal. And no means because so public, particularly the community tribunals. But you see, we don't can say the usual tribunal now up to 2002. 2002 in a new usual tribunal system. Benkayo Abakosimbi. Okay, say, and maybe by you say, these bodyguards be, and could be an NDC Fosika. Okay. Okay, that's someone.
Yeah.
I'm not no ya Tenny Jema. But what is that? Another?
Yeah.
Only for two. They were tried by the public tribunal. The tribunal they trial. And many other cases. Public Tribunal Nankasa 1992 Constitution Nankasa decree here. Was it there shall be the High Court and regional tribunals. In the Constitution Nankasa, it means to be better and then can say one answer. I see the people who put the 1992 Constitution together. Thereby, and you say, in 2002, a more President Popeye Magana Mampinino in our Oak Parliament. Oma Parliament amended the Courts Act with the introduction of the Courts Amendment Act 2002.
Council, now the amendment. Okay. Ahomano chuchu ne dosunti. Yen sakana ebe nembe twaso. We a private legal practitioner currently CEO Edema NPA lawyer Eduji Tamakloni and any komo on the tribunal bill na Sabri Asaba no fa free baby abakwasem kakra aye ho. Ebinum ehunu se kakai bill bi eneba to allay the fears no. Council facha me ahomano chekwa kakra na yen shadanto nka. Afide
into the American say into based on that way, in 2002, in our Oma Parliament, passed what became known as the Fourth Amendment Act 2002. Sir, Courts Amendment Act, amended the Court Act, a new community and district tribunals, but for that, it has always been part of our statutes until 2002. Until 2002. Now, the concerns MPP4 are raising, and then they said, public tribunal, the Bano, the NDC4, in the Babu attain. Now, say NDC4 will attain. The MPP ni eba before them when she are no ambenya justice. Yes, sir. Ambenya justice. Sebi. Me no can say NDC MPP ewo mamuha. I don't know NDC members who are high court judges. I don't know MPP members who are high court judges. I just defy your mamuha omuntu. But don't with respect say they will deliver justice. But you see, concerns are MPP for a woman. Any foundation there, but so online also. Hello.
Can't say you also yet you.
Bill now a call Parliament, bill no. We per se yen kind one or two issues we say concerns founded on the set of Mampeni and then in Sabekano.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm right.
Okay.
We per se clause 11 of the proposed amendment, the bill, appointment of chairman of tribunal and panel members. This is the concern of MPP for so the NDC for never bathroom, almost full. Now to allay their fear and to kill that mischief, the Abranaa kasa eka positive. Appointment of chairman of tribunal and panel members was saying, Ghana Mampini, the president, shall, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, appoint the chairman of the regional tribunal. But what's in the old time?
There's a process now, na Bibian sign.
Bibian sign. Also, constitution, the appointment of high court judges. Also, the president shall appoint a high court judge on the advice of the Judicial Council. So where is the fear? President Kufuor will appoint high court judges on the advice of the Judicial Council.
Yeah.
Now, the Danko Kufuor or Mampeni will appoint more high court judges than Kufuor.
Okay.
Yes. The same provision we're using here. It's not Kufuor no appointing. No MPP and NDC for.
Now, council tribunal na jumedie mu. And so you been that and near quarter in my equity because you say you can't.
Honestly, the only thing in this, in this case, no, tribunal no better with 3 members. What I say?
Yeah.
But chairman, only Mumbrano, he must be a lawyer.
Okay.
He must be as qualified as a high court judge. But there will be 2 other people who will join, panel members, you know.
Yeah.
That's you. How the panel members shall be appointed. But what you need that regional tribunal now.
Yeah.
This is how the appointment should be done. Or see, the Chief Justice shall acting in consultation with the Regional Coordinating Council for a region, and on the advice of the Judicial Council, appoint the panel member. Who is appointing the panel members?
Regional Coordinating Council, no.
No, also the Chief Justice shall.
Okay. In consultation.
In consultation.
Okay.
With the regional coordinating council, no, ever calling for nomination. Now we are not only dealing with the Akoma Judicial Council. Based on that, the Chief Justice they appointed the other part. Some members, no, President Muhammad they appointed you.
Next, when the president and a appointment, the Chief Justice.
The Chief Justice. Yeah.
And in this case, Chief Justice, no, and consult to the president, but the Regional Coordinating Council.
The regional coordinating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, there's a man paying in some way a court system, Chief Justice.
The fear, no, say, NDC for and the very panel members, no, that's the fear. Now, to kill that fear, no, and Randy said, and you Chief Justice never appointed uncle for. You be here so be consulted. You see, because at the end of based on a region, you know.
Yeah.
You can put people from another region, man. And that is why you need a regional coordinating just to confirm, sir, as soon as you, if you region, if you voter, if you have half, if you bonus is that's all. But the advice will come from the Judicial Council. Judicial Council, no one no. What is the composition of the Judicial Council? There is a judge from the High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, Navy, and the military. A rep from the Attorney General. Omanpeni were only 2. Ghana Bar Association was sold. Are you telling me, say, Uncle, you know, but now I have high? I can find this in India, but also. I don't understand what the concerns are.
Next, so be a person say bill way 1 either say ye pass ya and no babes samra hobe martin yen sankano. That is not it. Because court the quiet.
To be honest, okay, Abranaa, be a lawyer, be a private legal practitioner.
Yeah.
So you may have me will see you maximum Yamewa Aduma 4 years.
Okay.
Because so my opinion as a son, only time of Bebano. One young favor, obey will eat. Or the beautiful for Beba.
Yeah.
Intermediate the mechanism, a permanent work, a lawyer, Juma. It will be a million, may share a china.
But cancer, Mammy, the minority leader, Ekeny, said the whole exercise is to create a system where people will be pronounced guilty even before judgment. And what also no established procedure of ensuring fairness, and it is not only the minority.
Mammy can't begin jail. Mammy can't begin jail.
Yet,
William, or say, the powers of the regional tribunal.
Yeah.
Decisions of the regional tribunal.
Mm-hmm.
When we say only regional tribunal and which we appeal to the Court of Appeal.
There's to say your normal court system, yeah.
The normal court system, yeah.
Okay.
What are the fears?
But also we have experience under the PNDC.
No, PNDC time, no. Not some safeguards we know before.
Okay.
PNDC, was the Judicial Council.
Okay.
No, judicial rule.
Mm-hmm.
So now the fears now, no more JFA. And anything Attorney General in making this law, no.
Yeah.
We give all those fears nephew.
Okay.
Ojaje.
Yes.
We didn't nephew. Nati, what are the rules of procedure? Clause 25.
Mm-hmm.
Or see, the procedure before a tribunal shall be in accordance with the provisions of the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 30.
Okay.
Samrano, NDC for the buy.
Oh, that.
But since the before the original the tribunal procedure, no, I beg Gavin, you know, and at 30. And you run Gavin High Court and prosecutions in there.
Okay. Now, the other side there say, you say you be part basunku and our committee. But your committee no you made
no, see about. Or see, the tribunal shall apply procedural rules that uphold the principles of fairness, transparency, and duty. All these things were lacking in the PNDC time.
Okay.
Now, all these are questions, but
now, I remember one of the MPs, Bantuma MP. They know what kind of say mobile power basunku and a committee for the tribunal there. Now a yababe independent from the normal court system. I own and also
now can't you say all the procedures are to accord with a 30. Not you. Clause 27. Or say a person who appears before a tribunal shall have the right to be represented by a legal counsel chosen by the person.
Okay.
Now, or since we be bound, no any lawyer, legal aid for one. Clause 28. Or say the Evidence Act 1975, NRC 323, applies to the proceedings of a tribunal. What's the problem? That's it. Also, the proceedings before the tribunal shall be open to the public. Clause 30. Also, proceedings before a regional tribunal which involves matters of public interest, including an offense against the state, may be broadcast live.
Okay.
If you are said you on penny, or broadcasting the proceedings live.
There be onion live. Now say or pay BBDS into onion live. Now, okay. Now, other independent organizations be to say TUC near there, and so TUC. TUC ne other independent bodies ne so bear mo. Almost lay the same fears here minority areas.
Hello.
Yeah, council to me can.
Now
me can say others to say TUC ni. Almost so bear mo. Lay the fears are minority.
TUC for almost kind bill ne.
Okay.
The General Secretary.
Okay.
The press conference, TUC General Secretary in the press conference. What can I say we are on kind bill ne?
Okay.
On kind bill ne? On kind bill ne? Even the safeguards are better than even what we have in the existing court now.
Meaning say bill now address concerns now no reasons.
Each of the concerns. Now, but you see what the bill has.
Gosh, okay. My name say Chuchu ne dos kakra. Yeah. Council, medasem say baby a ye pese nya ne yensa kan. Ahoma no anope mu nhye na ho ba why ade baby o de si a ye pe ene je ho. O say the bill na ya pass no. TUC for concerns ankasa kra no address concerns ni na te bi a kire omunya bill ne bi na afi omakenkan ombeto omase niema bi na PNDC tribunal na ewo ho no ana se niema bi na enim no na ema ehu bam no sesi e bill we no e address sa no mani nyina nti fairness na ye pe no e mani bam well lawyer Eduji Tamakula no pay that so a private legal practitioner CEO edema NPA ne nchiremu kakra on the tribunal bill a passage na say passing na no ya mrachi be the minority ne majority on this omanto mu ase e kombia so organize a press conference eto ntu de no watch no ehun nsem bisa bi na mbusa council minim say minority for video na readiness e betimi aba de no pese watch ran kasa no na etiawa say PNDC breast no tribunal no e bai dodo na e course no na edihu unya asema say ye bedi asem na ye fairness ni we no ase ohye kwan bi so but ni nyina no council say address it the minority video ni ready am betimi abo eno so aman na afia hwefo nyina so etimi ahwe enye no kwa ada issue say wo ano pe be na afia yetimi address arrest mienu course ana akire mienu bi baako na ye the communications director of the MPP Miracles Abuaje on a yoko as to say obetimi atukwan na ontukwan or report brebe na ma yoko otukwan akọ hena bi awankra odru airport na intel efa no yoko for na peke no and also who demonstration bi kotena form na wi akire mo ko demonstration no Miracles Abuaje no mo demonstration si yenyine no nkrofo na gina protesters na kire say yenyi remonacha na enfree eye yoko aso ye ho nyese yenyine se yenyine dio na emum remonacha na yache no nti no yenyine mpie meaning say nkrofo na ye demonstration na de ntia omukọ ye kra na omunim amanfo nkitamdi e course omu protest no tim say de omukọ ye so omukọ ye no omunim ade kronti omukọ ye but along the way ye be Ghana ha no bibi take political twist ye nkrofo ye na high omu omukọ ye no ma bia ebia ni kwan so be demonstration no kro be kono ebia no ntiase no bai na abayo abako onya abayo a menka se nani afi ono so koso camera yese TikTok yi ena odi kogu o mampanyin John Dramani Mahama so se ade ne ka ko yese Ghana ha no opo bi adi na tamafa ho firi adi na wape politician bi na o mampanyin no adi na tam na akọ baby but this time round bambo phone na bambo admeku ne sorry ekwokyere no odi no court di na sem no na se ono je tum sem fon so ne atem didie ene nsema obeka fa o mampanyin ho no na no kre bi anim na court nso unim nti court ni hihye mu no na ese otimi bu atemu no ekoye se afi baako onkohim ewi akira amanfo akire wadwene fa ho be say freedom of speech whatever but the question is freedom of speech any limitation na freedom of speech no answer what na se no wakeka bia no asore ko limitation na say is it the first time I'll be na TV so na radio so social media na ebia wagu panyin hu bi hu fi ni ache no yedna komra nim na mrana I take such a trend na say yedna court na bia court I say yareman na na senten is it the first time ebiasi na yene ana etikrom na yesi afre bi criminal libel law whatever say mpo ye yi a kire say obitimi sori anopa na all level of allegations now they go bi so na wa fan ho adi saa kwa na ekoba se nya aban ana anya mampanyini na say among ourselves yene individual na okotena ba bi na unu akogu nu fi sani pani ni okwan so do kokota na obetim do akokot court na kwa emra no se desie no sa na beye adwuma ana sa pepepe nti anopen eno so ho nkomo ha ade baako eye dwumadi a ekoso na sanitation ho nkomo bae sese ndi akoba ne se menasa wuni azuri wasa kan ho biem da bi oda sorry azum line obegene de enye say bi abegene de say bi obi kodi obi atom but the question is aban so also no say obi peche a aban so advocacy because aban so wona kwan a ofa so wodi ni dwuma say ye wo dwumakuo bi anase yesi aban mienwuma na aban bebo amankrofo bi enwuma aban na be say tumi atwa no ho asa gunwuma na no ye question am person busa no pay company ka se me say yenkum dwafo enidwa nti aban na pese ye biebie industries ne ye ka se Zoom Lion okwa processing plants ahodo bola no wodada ni ade ba bia wadru no kwan no wa se Zoom Lion de aban ka ana se Zoom Lion ni aban didwa na efa baby bi zoom lion sisi aban ne behwe kwan na se zoom lion sisi na obeji sisi ni wom ana obebu na budin no wagu no question aban gu nyuma ana aban boy polish nyuma eno ho. So what is going on between the government of Ghana and Zoom Lion by ni dwumadie mu besi na no how many years ni adwumaso be no aya abo aban so afam de no waye ye behwe ne situate ni ye ni afa kwampa so yaye ni ye na ye papa ni afa ana ye bese no because Ghana de adwuma bie ene ye nya ade ye na eden by ense ne de first ye be guna se ne sesi ye ebe ne nkokon ketenkete project no minister na kotna parliament chire mu say nkokon ketenkete na manfo the video ascend no say nkokon na moede do mario mu de no eno na be ye ho kakra no ena be ye news bebrebe ni nyina o ho no na obi aye na akokon no obeku na ria say we nkenya issue but the ho na be ye news say nkokon ketenkete no enkrofo kumomore amanfo ye say saa na edidimbone tara de ne keke into ba de ne nya akono bi but mind you amount for so tiachire bibi ekoso mine ye bibi na ekoso a they sponsor so de na enya free sa no ma no the bad aspect na eno na tribe eye ne ho no seje e ka se nkokon ketenkete no nipa dodo anya bie wa wudi adanse se district every district 10,000 beds 100,000 rather every district se akọ na district bia no 100,000 beds akọ na wanya kra 50 na say odionya 50 mani nua oh beje 5 koyen beje 6 koyen a ade bia wo chance a lapses bewum if we say broiler ayen no obi a wa portrait farm bia nim say broiler obra sabre ne so a obeton ana obeku no abrochire obeku no a package kama near the market sa ha no ye ni kwan be fa so a be package a nipa no obekum na de are ko broiler no time da so bosome ana say bride ama no obedidi kama ahyehye ni mu ye duru boro so a ne bre ne so na ese woton ana okuma ni mu ye duru boro so a onko na akokọ nda fa akuntimi nante ayese wadua bode na so se bode no so ne nyini wi a wantwa ebe brebre ebe sei broiler sa na ote portrait farmers ninim se wo ye broiler efri abosom yensa hode kọ no akokọ no obenyini onyini wi a ne mu duru no ema fom biem ni feed na de man ne da bia e de weight e ka ho ni weight no ni mu be edu ese ne nan nante ne de onko no obubugu ho na oda so didi a uwa no bewu nti se wayen ne nkokọ na se akokọ na nyine broiler onya atofo na akokọ no bewu no okum ne wi a we nken hyeda nya asem bia na mom minister say akokọ no wa amfa ama mo se munkum ne wi sa akokọ na nyini na broiler ne mu ayedu a ton otowa sika na abenya na fato next time akwanya ni bia fatobi na fa gubu nim na ye that is it na hu dede na nkokọ no na omo hwe nkokọ no yes of course nkokọ na mo da ye bewe bacha wo de na nyina ton oton bi a de aka no o pare bi eye wa wo de a that is it akunafo nkokọ nketenkete project no akunafo a omo nsa aka nkokọ ni bi akunafo de wanya bi kra na ye 120 beds kunani o ne nsaka ne de ne nye broiler ne de ne ye layer otukosua efise layer ne de atu nkosua ne nkwa no ema ni wura ne timi to feed e de feed no broiler de odidi a no ayetwom no da ho faako ba layer no otu nkosua no yibi a obeyi aton enti pilot mamon farmer no nsi hu nse ne te se confirm ne de no se onu nsentro adwuma ye no kuruma ye ni abonu ho nkokọ no aban ebruli na wona aban di kan ye omo e di ama no yo o breed no de oyen di ama no wanyina wie live bed e na ode ma nipa o so onkoye no nti sa akokọ keto akokọ ba a akwakofa no na adna ba we hyebuom na wa soja kakra ba bi ho abekọ na airport e na ya soja no wom na eja heater ba ho sa process ni nyina no ministry na yini nyina afrim omre wa akokọ ba no akọbre afi na akọbobu eden rubber afa ho we no ye na fa sa process nim nyina manenuane amanaduane adi ama akokọ na nyina wie nto kọje live bed ne de mawa achekra aboso me bako wanyini so in this case confirm the nsa na koye yo baby and confirm na aban eye wo mu na omumu apagya ne de ama akuafo no ekowi akire no nkonfirm na nyini dia yesi de ma akuafo journalist ne call the first time ne nkonfirm ne wo ho yenim se ye bruli go mu ekowi akire next time okoy ne nkonfirm ni ho no wan kope project manager amusa no watchman eno kobusa no say na nkonfirm no way security man o gate also who confirm no the reporter journalist need the free ho buy and say and confirm that to Kobokina. That is our mindset. Ye journalism no ye trotro near ma as ye dia grow ye bunku sano mano. Now why share a confirmer? Is it possible that confirm it me too from Ghana to Burkina? Even border no so distance bay range bay and I confirm it me too. Sano mano mani that's a bad reportage and at the bad aspects. Do ya buy no anye focus na nsentrofobia bribi atwam omuke kan nsem bi project kra no munte wase ene umbeda ne advices awaso be hwe yes sana confirm project net here sesi ade enkuko project the same thing aban ne be yen kokko no on ma day o check obema live bed said de be ya akwa oyen na aboa no nkowu eduru se harvest edu so otonkoko nkosua na ne du se ofa bi waton bi shortage be ma na wontimi to etise first na tono nemum make sure se sika no ubenya the amount a eduru ho next time a obetimi di atfa bi di agum simple edwetri na onu wankoko ni nyina na se obo ni nyina apese wi a the next time ebeduru ho no ni nya bede nti kakra ho no nkoko nketinketi project na ekoso poultry farmers mama ne habu pi say aden nkoko nketenkete ne koso yenim say as usual am ye businessmen because nkoko no yenya bi ne yeyen bi asema ya nkoko 10 ne du bronya bra me nkwa abonten kotobi nti mo fierce no but the den a mo you are into business project na beba no ye support a ye nyina ebeboa ye te kroma ye ni afidi a se bibekum nkoko nkoko ntakra de ye bibi ye de a lot ma mota toto sumie o mo ne ade no ya ohu bi ye de nanso Ghana nkokwa yekum mbebrebe nyina ntakra yemfa nya hwe ebola that is it nanso aban ne fact the due process ma akokọ no hu bibia ye ntonkone esetumi aduma sa na esa aban call that angle ebeboa nti anopei se wonsa kan nkokọ nketinketi ne bia de oben ne se akokọ no manwi ni nyina na nkokọ no hwi ni nyina of course mema ne so mu obewu de ne wo wade ye na mum ton bi ne first can be to next time next window akwanya ne ba watimi enya ska de aje nkokọ ne bi na ade agum akunafo no saa na omo ye omo de na ebi di aba akunafo no nkosua no ne nkokọ ne to 120 birds battery cage emu no mo ne nyina aban na ye ne nyina je emfa ya no nsi hu na afi yense why we farmer no nya bia no ahweso ye mitwa mo aba abedwafo no e kam ho na afia no penkomo e ho no yetumi di abrew ye de brew a o chefa no so hia all the social media platforms no so obetimi akoso na afia yetumi de nkoma na abrew me ba sisi ya
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority. Ebo bibia kokose. Se fuel tank enya kwenshia ne dania. Menko ho nkwaye wadwen se. Onkosisa petrol anafa ngono. Ena afenso. Menye wadwen se wo ben fuel tank enya kwenshia ne ho. Akwa akodwetwa videos ana pictures. Na petrol anafa ngo wo hwenso. Ohua ko wo mu a enye sunsun asobone. Ewo apomeden semso. Fango nso eho ahometinti no. Enfom so akitu ebi ebetumi ameja tom amana agye sɛ wom ɛba ne saa nipa dodoɔ timi fɛ mu hyehye ɛhwɛ ɔmo nkwa ɛma agyapadeɛ dodoɔ nanso ɛsɛe ayɛ afredum gye adwumayɛfoɔ anaa posifoɔ na ɔmo mɛhwɛ nso ano wotumi nso ɛfrɛ National Petroleum Authority ɛwɔ 0302 550 380 kae sɛ wo nkwa wɔ hɔ yi ɛho hia bebree ɛsen saa fango no kɔkɔbɔ yi National Petroleum Authority ɛna ɛde brɛw.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, auto checks.
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehinfa pa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, akuokuro bosia, susu account, ɛne da so wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, ɛne de akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me damwase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Well, abedwafo kam ho na fa no pay enkitawde ho no yetimi de abro sabre no ohwebre ana se ohwebre na no nkra ba na santi abedwafo kam ho dem quickly medika ti ho kakra kire se achimota forest ne da ho no na eya na forest ana se kwaibritu na ho kwa enua etwa ho ahia no se enua no emframa pa ye pa home no eho ne nya free ye de no efree mu ba no eno ne nua ne fa na enso ya fo mu de no nti baabi a wo a enua nhede ni ho no ya wa sese hwe around yourself na hwe se emframa e bo ne te sei emframa no de e ba no e te sei ene obi a wo baabi a ase enua wo so ho enwura wo menka ne sa emframa e ho no ya na sen ni sitie ya kwa akoba ne se ebiribi atwam na bandada ne twam no eko passe ana se odemra bi ba yese EI 144 na eno no emakwan na aja forest da ho na nkaye no go area ye de ahye forestry commission sa ye bo ho ban ete se de se bi mpraduasa yenya ya gudie bi gu bank a ye bo ho ban sanity o bank dan esi wa police fu atwa ho ahia ye bo ho ban nyina no gudie ai go ntia nti forest ni mu no in the forest nso so ya gudie ho eho na yetu efoma gudie no gold na ye de abeto bank aye bo ho ban de koti ene military atwa ho ahia no mpacha forest no eho so gold ni bi ho na ho kra de enye mineral baako diamond bauxite wa de minerals ni nyina e ho nti ye bo ho ban kama eno achi nnua no enso so ye bo ho ban fi se eno ne bo de o form no e ho ban na asa ma ye nkwa se nipa ye benya nkwa ye nkwa no firi nnua nim fi se emframa e be hu mi nyina no nnua nim ne ye fa firi nti ye nkwa no nnua nim ene ye fa firi sisi ay ka sei emra na abandada ne ye senke betimi abọ awura ko ye brentuom vibratio no ye bọ awura mu no e fa ba bi ye ma ye kwan se ntimi nkotu fo magudie ye kwaye ne so no nke enye ne sa e fa ba bi so yetimi kọ ne ye kọ chichiri krom nti ye okrom ma ye wote sa achima water forest no ye ne ofa se John before be free mu no na se achima water forest ne kra wo de bia man ne ofa asefo ne na busuafo wa wele bi e de ama kwa ofa so wan ne nya bi de otoye sa nso ne nkrofo so akwa akotobi esisi o mu dan o na forest ne yesi dan o mu a ye ne beba ho so no na asa nti aban eye nhye mapa EI 144 no se say ye de EI 234 aba besisa no se de mrada dan sitie se forest yenkom enkotufu magudie yenkom kosidan na enko back the achimota forest ne da ho no se say no eko back to forest first nke ya dan no residential enye residential area a forest zone nti we are the question is se ya ye di EI 134 na ba no enyem bia the question is EI 234 rather EI 234 the question is one edika kosisi fio hodada sense asia ya wele de amankrofo yi by now ya tonton bi na yebusa se yebegyae ma wo mu one edika akwa akohim no nka forest so de eho mo anko a o mo anko ani gum awo na nka ne akusi awum omu ne gum be nipa se ono better no problem sisi ayi no ye kọ na yafa kwan bi so na safo ne yeyi o mafiri ho am anya forest na ye ka ho asem no ana asese imra ne de aba ye hwe anamo aban betu di afa ho yes imra ne ye ne je ho pa we executive instrument ni bia eye pa forest ne da ho a ye behu sampa forest wa hwe dede koso okrum ha ene ewisie carbons ni ade a factories out be production e cost ne niema e free mu be nyina waste ni nyina no ba che o enua ne lecture nyesa nka yade e be sikrom ha no na form nti se go back to forest na no ne ehwehwe na mu nkrofo akotena forest ni wona ato asase se abaye busuafo bi dia part nye ni nyina yes akwaje sa residents and our residential area no ye beje ye betimi amane up ye betimi agada the vim na etimi de akwaje ni asa de adane forest ana ye se duanua ho ko de aye yes sa akoko duanua no baby ho a mining companies akwakohiem enya achimota forest de ne nko a ifise mrana mpanyifo eye nra auditos no o se cabinet approve mining law overhaul we say emrana yedi tufu magudie na no so no saa ya se ne pasa yentu agudie wonsuom ba yetu agudie no wonsuom Ghana hano no Ghana for you yetu agudie no wonsuom enka yentu agudie no wonsuo ho pe nanso abanesa forest ni mu no eho ene nsuo no esuti ni nsuo akese ne da sese yetu yekọ yetete page breduru ni a divert nsuo no kra ya blocking no se me ka divert kra to da bia makani obi ho mo divert hwe o blocking nsuo no na afi wanya kwan e de etu na fuma gudie ni nyina koso baako besisi mre ye hye mra na mana ye papa ni etimi afa bibia frim na etimi abo amaman na etimi akonanim ye nsase ne ye forest ne abo ho ban ana we asesa no aban no yi nani a na nkrofo anya kwan ye de ombeye eno so ho saban bi yi nani a nkrofo benya kwan aye de obeye eno so ho nti mra no eye adwuma ebeboa na achimota forest na kane achimota forest who say yes belt idie forest na forest the nkrofo ewure mu nkakra sa nti baabi a yesi age no ye nwie akwa ese yetima lions no jata no kohwe so mai eho de wa weli bi nipa otobie aban betumi anya nice way nyese bia compensation bia ye crazy sa aban kotua compensation because already hono na nya baabi a nkrofo tena mra boni bi na sesan ma ne kobasa sa mra ne ye free ho na mum obi so akọ invest so in this case aban we no wa adwuma ye mu se wabo ana wate ani se wo de mra na ba beto de but e bo bibi so bai before abejafo de nkomo ne beba no ade baako mpacha mo president video no a momo na afi Ghana fo nyina ante ase se o mampanyin John Dramani Mahama say Ghana for man one term and for that matter one term enoko pacha president voice na ready and video na ready a yemo ansa na ni abejafo na to.
People of Ghana gave me. I am working hard to meet the promises I made them. And so I always tell my ministers, I say, let's number our days so that we can work harder to meet the promises we made the Ghanaian people. I note that people have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of the clause that governs the tenure of the president. If you ask my personal opinion, I thought that it was clear enough. Me, I've read it over several times. It's exactly what it says, but if they want to ask the Supreme Court, that is their business. But I know that the people of Ghana gave me one additional term, and I'm going to work to meet the trust that they put in me.
Okay. Until also Ghana for man one additional term. That is the dawn of our day. Dawn of our days. Also Ghana for a man one additional term. No constitution no akan. When him say Ghana for a man one term na kan ho. John there so be court to Supreme Court interpretation whatever any pane dia. Name mo John Dramani Mahama one term and one no. Why? And a press conference. Your mama peso could be nti and a oye say whatever and we be any or send one no. One term to any minister there be our two for. Say mon pentem nya adwuma no adwuma nto aso de wo ho na momo no John Dramani Mahama one term we vacancy so we were campaign nanso say politics in duru ba bia sa no wa chiachia na no nya kwan ewura wo ba bi we were so or say one additional term near the man yeah the man Mama ko Supreme Court interpretation whatever we wait ma ko biem why what no ho ase one term we ko ne baby when onya we ka ho a 2 ba ko na wanwie na Ghana for so meto aso nto ba beto aso eno anu oni ewi nti menye sure say we be sorry aba be asem foforo bia biem nti whoever a ogidi say bia constitution is state declare eno wan ko no street eno okoye no asaba ena de no also akan constitution ni bi ono okan a ne nti asem no ohun so one term nti one term no emu ana ogina Ghana for ariche mu de man na eno a eno mu de ama no well abedwafo kam ho na afia no pen komo no de ho no yatim de ato aso ha etum de ama make us say yawa saneta no e wo ha na okọ na ope wona okasa ana say social commentators oka ho nkroma yes nde opepa free ni mu anyi nti ne kasa nyina the passion no tim se Ghana e da na koma so nenso Ghana no ase oye yi ne nkwanta dan Asani good morning.
Good morning, Henry.
No problem to say.
The
boss they say you papa. That's right. But before Achimota Forest in Komo na ba mi edibia. Minister na be announce. Says he say na go back to original forest. When your residential area.
I make sure production team and I have for you na to try Jamaica for by. And many agbesi segbefia and squad many you see my belief in John Mahama and the NDC has been confirmed so highly. Never before did I have a belief in the NDC as I'm seeing now.
Okay.
The president has lived up to expectation. Now the ministers also charged by himself. Over Amakufibwa. Sorry. I think say he is leading a course. The vision of the president no a priority.
Okay.
MPP for that my beti brof be a friend peripherals. Yenko bisem chese almost say Achimota Forest no omachafa. The beer anka ensese esisenye say greed pa. Then your mama example be. On the Bible no say vanity. Them say Ecclesiastes chapter 3 e ko ni nyina. Ahonya de eye.
Yeah.
Ne mo ko fa kwoti kwan so na wodi nya ho a. Nyame e betwe waso. Na meka we na meka ama wo mfanto ho bi say Malcolm Aveno.
Yeah.
And Chenhua almost opposite. Na asase bi wo. So Beka says a damn big grigui. In 2022 thereabout, Sasa Senedaho na Ukrofo ton normal. Within a twinkle of an eye, no, and Crofo be goose assassin so. I just sent to come hono. Now, who fa no pa, macho men pie, dear big goose assassin so. Any two dresser who on Mercedes Benz, Papa be. A pack they wanted to take control of that particular portion of the land. Whoever succeeded in taking control almost started so we sit down in 10. No, building aspect.
Yeah.
That me trim there be na me the bafa hoko school to there be na me root pa. Me kura me building aspect. Me who down me say, hey, adan more pro mo ho see a aye hoya say you don't see the cement actually showing say this is a very strong concrete. I just know music also.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. A drug. I'm a nipa craft for me. Into a japade a year, no and fuck what you cancel. Na idea a year of my nina dear. And as I am coffee could be the 1 percent offer.
Yeah.
Na sabi, wo baby bedi akonya. Now I appointing for na ye twin was so see the so say nkofo a year no man why you was so. Ndi yesi se opanyi trafi mankolari nanka ye bu nanka ifo no ye panyi wo. Nti sa Achimota Forest no mo pre mo awele e dia mankrofo.
Yeah.
In fact, it's unfortunate say opanyi no ye ne ba biko, but I'm sure so what ase kropa anka as politicians NDC MPP. Omben kukwasa sa na eja. In fact anka what ase anka sa de no they will go on to encroach the land without our knowing because of sa ade no mo de be shame emra say ye betumi
akono
it's all good say president yi ene na powerful mo de o mo na sifom na de yo nkran de no omo san ade amai because nkranfo ho me papa ye nyina ya manfra ne aba ye nyina ya hunu bia is better for us ye koy kroma you say ye ko trankra na say ye twa for us nyangu de na benya de ho me wo
say na factory no mu wisi na ne
me ntesa ayare be boy no ebi so amai nti ye do mampanya as ye da minister in charge no so as
okay on that na ye oba na ye boni bisisia akili the mischief and I said doubt and encrofo will be a crowd who ye need bisi no John Mahama say no him say one time aso draw kono
John Mahama across the globe I think so nya fie kunya so Kwame Nkrumah fie kunya so he was the best of all the whole world Kwame Nkrumah was the most feared and respected into na normal bia ye Ghana ha 10 times no ebamu because onyako amanone no kasa mehwewe dandio okohu we no some person moye bi wo mikroma dandio John Mahama has shown some excellence sanka ekoba ne say Supreme Court cry interpreted so obetumi akotetem na nka okwa anka he would have dented his image in a very big way. He would have dented his credibility and integrity across the globe. Because on the African continent, a lot of presidents be more useful constitution in a manner to achieve a certain parochial interest, not an interest for the masses. No more manka someone here, this on person transfer chair on person or more business for the diso sa nintino. Now or more useful constitution kwati kwen biso no satan. Say Supreme Court interpreti no so John Mahama betumi akobi na se okwa o contest here. The ECOWAS bloc, not even the ECOWAS bloc, across the African continent and the global scene, they will look at it as say Oyusu constitution or kwati kwaso na so fa kwan bi so person or transfer power drunk no normal. They will have that perception about him. But no, I am for the constitution being tested. Say, yanko tested because that word now is it Emma tenure of office no anye continuous no there is a lacuna there until I will not be surprised as a Supreme Court could between out Abeka say he has the chance to contest again but I'm sure say the whole Ghana be advice say anka unjano ka say mo ma memre ba ko mienu send the vice president ma be yebi obi so emra and I'm some examples Azuma Nelson say oba be kun those days and now your friend na ye nda wo memu say ye better pa ye be twen sa ye nim say oba wene ye be twen amazuma kokko awene so ampa
and I do this you
na ebe ko na wiye no na his last 2 fight or so Ghanaians were not enthused I remember very well in fact people advise say na ho de no e ba for because intokwa nwan kadum azuma betumi de 8 rounds 9 rounds at 10 no afedi na e call to the end the man crofo fee say beye na ye dia yakọ defeat no anka on retire no trans but say it's like getting normally no I young crofo na nka say moye main star no but young crofo mo di eche no omo interest na mo di push sa ni pa nti azuma yes Azuma went for the fight. I think one of the guys, I've forgotten the name. Sir, fight, you know, you're disqualified because Okobo ne kon. Nti Emma ne image no Edwende. Sanko retire honorably at the time and you say maybe wow, Kwama at a gun in Mati we are seeing and retire and cannot a yema yena. But a no a telemark. Young from my where I quote so. Where I quote Tamazuma na carry a baby. Na him say he was the dawn of the moment. Or call him say or kwako winiaba. But when Ghana for you was setting a subi. So we are the Ghana focus a mpe. Na so koso ya. We dia grandpa bomb the bono. E bi ne blaster ye. Obo ye omo no Ghana for the end support omo bi mfititi. And blaster kwa and just a first. Inti I quote it. I'm sorry to be using these people as an example, but I quote it at a point in time. No, it was perceived say arrogance. to make a parking a car stadium now for beg I will to can into after or back or quack now Ghana for a money almost coming company. And Ghanaians really prayed so to quack latest forms no. You understand? And his career ended in a manner Ghana for ampe. There's another example, but I don't know the most important one. Unfortunately, I escaped Kakra. When I get it, I'll come back. Until Ora Mahama stand at a crossroad. Say, oh, yeah, mistake. Supreme Court's interpretation say, oh, open to me a contested beam. That's all. A big crop of say, okay, uncle on the post. Yeah. But Nkrofobe who say, even outside Africa, say, we agree more or less. Until I am happy. He has come out as the gentleman that we all know. Wabeka say, Ghana for man, one term, and they added another. Opening, the other was what to Ghana for him, what the seat of government and him, what chairman Africans who say, power does not resonate in one person. The example I make us a very important one. Young for Dampare. Okay. For IGP. Yes. If you go to my Facebook and I say YouTube, my sister station UTV, I was an ardent defender of Kofi Dampare. Okay. Until because so continue say he was doing well. Because about information from the police circles. Obi a be the police no be home. As something I would think I can, and this okay. Police headquarters in other areas in the IFFF. The inside, no, these are the things, and you know, me, so mommy did say, send to me, cow, me, me to me, me, your background checks and son. Into me, after the police will be the same thing, me. And then I dug in, and I'm going to say, I'm Papa Pano. Facially, you know. Everything is okay, but through the media, but we very much say beside it and bring. Yeah. Now, Adeba kwa owu Kofi Dampare eye similar se Kobasa Ura Mahama say yesi won kokra na be almost the same say. Dr. Kofi Dampare ko gina asori dem. I stand to be corrected. Them say asori dem or somewhere. Emma ne kan say ade aye ne ya say obefi akonya so na obi obeba no ontumi nya de obeye. Enti nipa bia no don't think you are irreplaceable. Yeah. And now one dream say, and that you are indispensable. Yes. No cameras, no media, sharing. Yeah. But a Juma born Ghana who said this man was actually the man to have been IGP long while ago. And the over Christian I bet you say he has the expertise and the prowess when it comes to security matters and ensuring say the debt step down corruption corona and this is a typical example. So no I can say in fact what I'm trying to say is President President probably a champion. Mahama has demonstrated, he has shown to the public and the Ghanaians across the spectrum. And now ECOWAS and Africa said, we're a gentleman. Inti, Obefi not the say, oh, this man, the way you be about obey times 10 of his. Obi can say, may you bullet train from Accra to Kumasi, Accra to Paga. Yeah. Another legacy. Inti, I am happy for him. I'm happy for his family. And I'm happy for Ghanaians. When you say people before the because it's emra. Until they saw that lacuna. And yeah, this for the status of the propagating way. MPP. They started the propagation of Mahama Peso could be Mahama and I could do some papers. That's right.
A bet on that so far. I don't know. Yes, Mampenyin was Sisubia. So one could be. Other social commentators will be a can. And idea, but also no one could be. And no stop you be a soon to me fan court. Court dear. I'll dine da hono. Will be a timid the Nassem. Oko, Nina soom, say it Nassau. Why not? A court no better so in a swinging man or better or quite a befaso. Indeed, or say Yanoma. So Mampenini, I take that gentle move na say idea on any yardne. And no bet yen any other ho. A bibri mo amansan and I say a man penny for no. And so be soon be there from. Then can Kobasa Ghana a boy so a bibri man penny for the more power drunk or bad power and person or beconia de or time to time so gently then na if you want so wait me a coin. See, I no pay nedia no. Aseni, me da say, but make us say, Kamal Dean ewa, I'm a summer bruni a friend. Na last week, sa kwenya ne buy now on the conference to a banese or as conference organizer. Come on, matching.
So,
where there?
Pacha, I know say.
Yamiadum. Mama no moto na be.
Hopefully, it should be 26.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
Of this month. Because of certain issues we are issue her. It's a national bemunti. We are hoping say by Monday no bibia beba area.
Okay.
Then we'll move forward.
What me branch there no?
Yeah, polling stations.
Polling station.
There was 70 electoral areas. 16 because it's a clear Amasama electoral area. So aka nsaki pe issues we will have and share too much of an issue, but national air step in so that we'll get the 17 now.
Okay. But then say the issues me no the kind Achimota forest echo back to the forest because first near say amount for anon yet make of timrano EI no the EI for abi yefu. Now if you President John Dramani Mahama was stating emphatically say Ghana 4-man 1 term, and for that matter he's going within that 1 term. Yankoi.
Well, me that's it. First and foremost, I mean, chair was chef for na Mr. Chami flag bearer Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, baby Awobia, the Senyami Aduma, the next president of Ghana, and as well, Miami boss Honorable Titus Glover. Very soon, you be hitty the campaign trail. Now you started a campaign all in the quest say Senyami Aduma will be the national organizer of the new patriotic party. So because of certain constituencies largely in we want to have the full complement of the constituency so that a hitty road now will not face any hitches there. So we are moving. And then the good people of Amasama constituency, the polling station executives are Senyami Aduma many so move from the Nasara organizer position to the constituency organizer position. So these are the people I'm extending my greetings to. Now, talking about Achimota Forest, Asama okay. You see, the revocation Yaya Nancy definitely I won't come and sit and say we are not supposed to preserve our forest reserves. Or maybe you should have your forest reserves protected. But the scale at which Galamsey destroyed these forest reserves. Fortunately, in Accra and Greater Accra, shed and tea baby Galamsey Ekoso. And yen baby Achimota. Say Achimota town I catch up with the forest, and definitely we'll have to protect it because global warming for those who are into that way will tell you say a lot of the global warming experiences we are seeing experience has to do with some of this depletion of our forest reserves because the forest is able to contain some of these fumes from so I wouldn't have any difficulty with it. But you see, initially we should also understand one thing, say there was this idea of trying to create this kind of idea called Abranaa eco park where people go for relaxation. I think that was the idea behind this before Sunderland thing as is here in a pale shadow because I remember time this is it Chechekule or something like that in Kola the Kola but as I say any serious activity be so that idea was the part of the reasons why some portion of the Achimota forest now the then administration decided to say Uncle Be use some portion of it to design eco park it's a place I also brought for some time because of depression. This baby that kind of. And the idea too was say you're being free so that people can just walk in. People cry and they say, cry, baby, I'll bet you cry as an echo, but we don't even have it. What I say. But I believe along the way, it's government assassin, just as it's happening all over. There are lands government meeting inside Ekot Susu, and a government agency obey a project. Later, obey now private individuals are starting encroaching that land. And then University of Ghana, there are a lot of portions of University of Ghana lands. So I believe eno kahuna at water forest so abani feel say it was so unborn by, which I think is a step in the right direction to protect the forest. Basically the last forest standing in Greater Accra. If names say other places forest or basically that's the last time me muna yako zoo almost zoo or inside her. And I think let me take advantage to also call on the Minister of Tourism. They should do a lot of investment there. Very bad. Even the road some kind of dusty reddish soil be. In fact, you not be very comfortable. Bus air qua. Another one air banana, another one air sign. As a car will be as a pumpy. From our Asena, that's no school colano more honey sign. So be asthmatic, no general, or bet me attack. And even a one or more hokrano, we just have to take very good care of. Don't me call and one be you know be is any appealing cry. So that's what I'll say on that. Then let me come to the third term bit. You say I disagree with my senior here, say. MPP na start here. It's online. Okay, Fifi Kwete, the General Secretary of the NDC. At one of the, I think, say, NDC celebrated 32 years or so. Or make a comment. We say, no push it third term agenda. No, a self-seeking. Even we a sycophant or use certain words to tell themselves they should desist from it. I don't think the General Secretary of the NDC, suddenly the General Secretary of MPP. So even amongst within Omo circles, there were people pushing, say president and court third term. But you see, also president are making it clear. Unfortunately, minty audio, but me read it from Joy News United. The statement in any too explicit say or say emphatically mean court. But a certain words be and speech be we are. One sentence can just put all these things to rest. What I say, and we shouldn't even make it look as if say a option for the president to even go for a third term. Any option, man. Ghana, fortunately for us,
well, in many occasions, no wa kasa meaning also read the video no heavy.
The video near me,
video more man now heavy na on Timian and Common. Why? Because
Governor gave me. I am working hard to meet the promises I made them. And so I always tell my ministers, I say, let's number our days so that we can work harder to meet the promises we made the Ghanaian people. I note that people have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of the clause that governs the tenure of the president. If you ask my personal opinion, I thought that it was clear enough. Me, I've read it over several times. It's exactly what it says. But if they want to ask the Supreme Court, that is their business. But I know that the people of Ghana gave me one additional term, and I'm going to work to meet the trust that they put in.
I say when you say Ghana form one additional term.
Yeah. So you see, in this video, that's what I'm saying. Say the question. You see, let's also be mindful. Say, so we read Julius Caesar. There's a quote. Shakespeare can say, "Ambition is made of sterner stuff." What I say? So a bad ambition. Obi Timika said that the next minute, or Timisi Sanano. But at least I'll take his word for now. So then, I believe this one should even be the basis. Supreme Court should not even entertain we no case no more file wo hon they should even entertain yen na yet ha yenim say Trump onko view and they are all thinking po and the vice president ni bakono almost start April so the fact say we're making it clear in the video should settle it into obi bia over that idea push because idea ukaya this should be about the third time issue ekwa na a die down now some paganity ekwa na die down you see if the NBC themselves are making mistake by knowing say president can only go for one term and omo akofo na ba and afei de omo ho ekire omo they should find a way of dealing with it omo yet say then emfa because Ghana the democracy no you see enyini but one thing at least within Africa how come baby as a Ghanaian na we are proud and say when you say that aban tibia upe aban na semo umpe aban na semo 4 years will come we dey say obenya abotre 4 years na wakoto aba eti aban if Rawlings of all people get me to aba emani hand over me I say me who obia obetimi otherwise because there were people who will tell you after Rawlings hand over crash say even a 9 to handing over no munjin this Rawlings be hand over
okay
they had that blame and then the stature of Rawlings I can see on ya bia and to see on mine but to what end but oh yeah how much more in a democratic your friend is saying President Mahama the first time as a sitting president only see election hand you over no so one can be no call sitting your friend say a party is happening since 1992 aban we lose so or hand over the opposition we suba or lose that is how we've been doing it
okay
if any attempt to try to drill this democracy I don't think it will work in fact Ghanaians will not even be ready to accept it
okay
and then you can confidently be working as a Ghanaian say obetime be two chess say ene parish the to so be cry ku and on succeed
okay
Ghanaians will pour onto the street and resist it because they say the Kokuba Akweka he prefers the ugly noises to or maybe he prefers the ugly nonsense to maybe if he said that okay. So it's basically it means it's better say democracy you may disagree with certain things but change soldier
okay all right but that's it but quickly asana yemfa niam emi no abayo onya abayo o sister na niefi na okotna social media keka bi guma whether so evidence only be so man penny the security services they need to make arrest and then prosecute her and what also why didn't sentence a year the same period and at Dennis Miracles Abwaje and so arrest a bemo yoku about for demonstration again funny me no na you say justice is I can the rule of law no na in this case
okay thank you Victor this is the first time we are meeting and I wish you well in your contest.
Thank you.
Okay, be for Achimota Forest, a quine. Just about less than a year ago, in fact, when I entered, that was my first concern, serious concern. So when I got inside, fortunately, the staff and other forest and so more. I complained because we went to have a radio program there. So I complained bitterly to them. And they were like, no, we will not let you put this out there. They wanted to counter me on the set. And I'm saying, no, I butchered and but I want to say, the place must be left to be like that, because a eco a tourism site, and that they don't want to bring in things like beauty men, because even if you will not have pavement blocks could do because I know the for me to me firm and there was a lot of banter on it. For me, I stated my view saying I think that the road network to or into the forest should be redone, maybe through pavement blocks and other things. Now we used to feel okay.
But I don't know Kakrebi. They are now officers nekano. They were right because of ecosystem.
Yes.
And then mwana nkasa so muhono.
Yes.
Omo habits no a different from ye nipa de do ye kobo eni akomade. What I've seen our other jurisdiction here a kwan fa so kono. Cars I use and they be a lucky one. There was special vehicles ye di wura tinka won konante to say the okoya futu nka nyesa.
I have the video.
No, but you see, the difference here is that Nyawokano, it's also Kenya, ni South Africa game reserves, and no super Achimota Forest. But the can't do, and I can't do game because and one a natural habitat, home. But when they've caged them, they are not roaming freely. The lions and they've been caged. So they all can say, near Edinburgh Forest. There are places I'll pack it muka na mwesi anante akoshe. So the difference is when because of faka and phobia lion ni way enna. So you protect them with the extent like guards crowd or into in case what I say. So let's not compare Ajimata Forest to what we see in the other safaris.
Lion na ya cage no so that will
all the animals.
Oh, but you'll be your money be home. No, say, oh, and we wild ones now.
There's none that are roaming freely.
We've caged all of
them.
There is a upon our country. I born also so that here on them.
No. Zebra, everything is caged over there.
All of them are
maybe
pavement blocks will be looking at Achimota is where it is situated. Pavement block into the place, and also the car park in Okropono. They should do something about it at least. Kitwa being so, almost say, sir, at the constitutional a court testing.
Supreme Court.
Yes, until say, Mammy Okuadonko the late Oka baby no. Now, constitution no make it provision. In fact, even as at now, and I want to believe say the constitutional review not be ashamed. Now we didn't know say, and I said they didn't envisage say. Akatuna bona eba beto aba
na obi free
na flag bearer na free until when Akwadonko passed na akoye bisi basa is it that we are going to give automatic sheet to na running mate and also we say primaries na as I say Abranaa yakoto yan twentwen so because of that so I want to believe say because of that no a constitutional review na be omo have looked at and Titus Grover the man in Cranshe won a contest and we and I'm himself or graduate this month and also man congratulations as a lawyer from Game Palms on a year.
But there was a question sorry for the internet. Say presidency on Kobu, right? And I'm on for Eddie Assembly Court. So let's use the supposition say court are really in their favor. With the presidents
no but cases ni be over President Dini Lacuna now can say and you hear interpretation on that.
Okay, and I make us say,
but I specify say John Dramani Mahama with
me say president. Since I don't notice so. We the infant say I call will not say Debbie and yes successive. To say they be say it has to be successive terms, unlike on any diano. Maybe say really otherwise, President Obesi San Adrian obesti to the position say Ghanaians are me one thing.
Waka. Also on the constitutional kind
of way that me can go from will you change this mind?
Go to Julius Caesar's book and Shakespeare. You see, Sahono power. I am conform shake. You be the person's interest, but power brokers behind their interest. I'm not going to be issue. Also, make first no. Hanti. A be on no be na so go bank conform na chop push this on. But so okwa. It will dent his image.
Okay. Yes.
Now, on the issue about
the arrest of Camilla.
Camilla, you see, social media. You see, I am even shocked that the ACC, back when your friend on something. Love. There's another TikTok about also with the president. You that to say, we dream who I want to say, so I was if you panumba.
Okay. I
think that she was in or something like that. People have done that. They have been arrested. Now, with vulgar words, with that vim, say, as if to say, the book canon, the pepe one. Well, that was Thursday. Almost some Thursday, no around.
Okay.
For more headquarters here on Monday, almost strategize how they move out of the sentence in the Nabi were sure said they will give her. Until no so many case get to be or me could until more train of best in young share your cassette, social media people are using it to make money. You are going to trend in the negative way.
Okay.
how do you family cry? So 1 year, so or ba, and I want to believe so, but looking at her, ba, no, papa, we now for phone, who cook home. Or money no woman must because I will pay sky, and yes, I can will soon be a fact at the pesca. And for me, the sentence 1 year, I think it's even very, very, very minimal. It must be deterrent enough to scare people. Of course, His Excellency the former president, the attempt, sir, the late Mills, that's
right.
But it is to go ballistically in that manner with vulgar words. No, I'm saying we should desist from that. I know she crano. Omoshe yenya abronye. The kasa bi more kasa ye because we are creating a portent no man. Now, you can make money by using the right words or by doing the right thing. And to me, I'm for it for this sentence. When they have always said the sentence is too small,
right?
And I want to believe and hope, say, people will take a cue from it and desist from those things. All of them is miracles. Yeah, a man wrong. The ayam yana say, your ban is sana quite fitri sam. Said you can make crumbs if you casem and I say, Asanti casem. Because you tiabre your huabre. Say, Auditor General support abeto boom. You said no mercy. NBC who say how many of those people have been prosecuted and sentenced. And until a microphone that leisure to still do what is unthinkable. So I am question answer idea about this miracle and 55 million Ghana cedis. Then I pity those who went to sit there or who went to, as it were, go for his rescue, say, free miracles Abuaje. I don't hate him. But say no question sometimes on one casana dream or Tiwana, so Tio Abu. Not dream, say a question or yes, I didn't say even a lesser amount of finance. So he should be ashamed of himself. Not he alone. All government appointees, including this administration, say, you can say no bet syndrome. Now, Auditor General support has been able to prove, say, 55 million Ghana cedis is lost to certain group of people. And the no bet syndrome, as it came and reached here, and yet Mahama Besson Kwane Bayu, even before Mahama first term, not ever. Now, and Kansas can be to bet. When reach here, no bet syndrome, Kaya, yeah, Kamwasem, and people as if to say they have never been in government. Now, and Kansas 55. The MSA scandal plus all those scandals work out. Those monies could have revamped any other hospital to ensure say we have beds. But here we are. On sana also na abontren e kase ono on fari. Properties are more expected ya abetodwa aye nyina ye hu bi. Say e no cresa ye Dennis Miracles Abuaje the properties are. Come on. Where do you mean your background? And I mean you feel how rich you are. But I said you be some say no cresa no dia. That's it deserve to have those properties. And Juma Ben Pano you to be 60 sadan. Say no cresa no dia. Now mo ko gina ho no so. Mo bisa say how many of you have been able to pay your rent? How many of you, your parents, how many of them live in such mansions? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. Now, and you say, we are listening. Now, Obi Adinamra said that's the court. But
after the arrest, no, Wababon Tim say Kakra by say Obi and were question about 55 million Ghana cedis, but rather 5 million Ghana cedis, not about 55 million.
Say 5 million Ghana Efa won sas.
Yeah.
Chukata, how Nisika na yahendi the jail 230,000, and he demand a 5 years sentence. And yes, sir, or misappropriate. He misapplied the funds.
Okay.
For funds, he got to special case. When you got newspaper, and you 230,000. So you are talking about 5 million. So should be a quarter of a maybe quarter could say which are trainer and not should be a back 1/10. That's when you have 5 years. And we should be mindful when we get appointment. We should see it as a responsibility, not an avenue to amass wealth for ourselves.
Okay.
And so for me, we should deal with the matter to the letter. Unfortunately, Iyoko has not come out to, as it were, debunk Miracles assertion say no be 5 million per and na say a fan in same or na 55 because it is Yoko that we published all these things for us to see. Nti yendi asem na enkosi fiko na obi biara na ho bon auditor general's report means ka fan conference ase no you make sure say you be retrieve those monies. It's for the taxpayer. A bad boy, MPP, a bad boy, NDC, a bad boy, the masses of this country.
But now, can more call whether you co-office near them. Yes, say be investigations, no so mumpe. No more the approach. I first say the arrest them. They have a challenge.
You see the way the Rambo style, MPP for him to say, fire NDC for so you should be that. That word Rambo style. Who come you dictates the meaning of Rambo style? Rambo style, maybe I about coining after this man, Rambo. Just say, the difference being a training, these are the, but for me, I haven't seen anything of that sort. So what to cannot be do airport? Now I say, yeah, foul at the Wako. So I can't really overreact, you know. Almost it was a Rambo style. It is the Rambo style. The politicians are using it in a manner which are about now we must.
But any Rambo style is hash bail conditions. Because bail condition now is so chair almost say BBR.
You see, yeah. Hash bail condition. I support it 100%. I support it.
I did.
Because you see, we must make people to know. Say, we could be a person obeka. So we are bail condition. We are interrogating you as you are languishing in there. And you better tell us exactly what you think you know about in Tanzania yadi abono. Bail conditions no and yes the bail keke. Now obia must property let's say 25,000 Ghana cedis. Now say ya chino. Now oko mano bail ya now oko bo say 100,000 Ghana cedis. No, it should be within maybe double of the amount. So 25,000 Ghana cedis. If we are say be 50,000 Ghana cedis billboard.
Okay.
Mesika here building mesika kitwo. It is also an avenue to know say, do you have enough of the bail? Can you meet it? If you can meet it, and didn't meet is a bail condition. We need no man away. All these things are part of the reasons. Bail condition. Look, I can assure you, in a friend say, a situation may be a MPP if they have to come back to power in the near future. They will probably even do more than this.
No, but almost say NDC continue. Yes,
NDC time MPP were NDC forecast. Some more continue we are. But when they come to power, they become reasonably, they become reasonable looking at the situations on the ground, right? But we know it is the person who leads the Yoko. And MPP feel say, oh, two or more so esa. And then I say, but after you make your man say, when Tasa no more document, you understand? And now finally, no, also the Yoko so you be a touch makakra. Say for a background, someone invite you no man kasa. Yeah, public na yesika ira you say I'm chemoraka and can you proper sense and I'm a friend. Okay, say napo I can say na Yoko FM. As we speak, we don't know how that matter ended.
Okay.
So now a BS Kenya finance so we trio no on one of the kind they should let the public know whoever nobody is above the law.
Okay. Nobody is above the law, Matse. Yeah, senator no, that's it. Kamadin or Ade. Kamadin, near money, you know, communication director. Minim Sabakonde, Yentimika so MPP Nana. Or MPP ni.
Maybe.
Obano.
My senior Kasawaha. I had to go and look at the flyer again to be sure, say, or your social commentator or NDC supporter. I wanted to be sure of the title. Because so far comments I want making hanging it's not suggestive of a social commentator.
I didn't hear.
Let me start with Miracles, Mebabel Lande, because Anka Mekoti and I'm ready BB from the your friend is saying the Mebabel redo from Criminal and Other Offences Act. You see, Yoko statement I really see out there. The primary source of information. And so already Yoko statement and almost places stop order act against Miracle. So stop order act has to do with say we prevent nipa from exiting the country. Nipa na exit and on no ever back. So anke nipa ni dwana on back. We will stop order act in current and preventing okay. And all back. Why meet him at the airport and pick him up? He's coming to the jurisdiction. Why pick him up? That's the first thing that Obia was Obia and Bisani. 2, wow statement. We'll see he's been coming there. So it means anyone or comply to no directive invitation. There's never been a timer. Most on reported be a moment say monthly or said then and I decided say all reported you. And I know the moment say okay, why do you say or you're bigger than more invitation? I need that you go in for him.
Okay.
So if somebody is complying, 2, the person is coming back into the jurisdiction. You will not go and hound the person as if say or you're common criminal. 3, central statement must say you are investigating him for 55 million. Agya Wusu, ya bet you what has say who host the program will kasabi wo how can ye and until I invite you away yoko. Uko ye be so anything about reason ta ye fro ye be so be for na esi wo fie. Are they fair to you? Because that might be your preparation. Uko almost say you accuse you of 55 million. Only for you to go and 55 million. They never even asked you one sentence of 55 million. So what kind of information have they put out there? Is that not misinformation? Because yes, sir, a nippon reputation will drag you into the mud. That's the sole purpose of it. You see, I don't think America said tomorrow is pregnant. Let them be arresting people. And the unreasonable bail condition, yeah, can how not her support it. And this was power until he's well protected. You see, Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 Act 30 or say bail amounts and conditions shall not be excessive or harsh. It must reflect the circumstance. Bail must not be withheld or withdrawn as a form of punishment. You shouldn't use bail as a form of punishment. It's a Yoko, Hanan Etukwan, preventing even the court time order. Look, Yoko is shifting away from their mandate. Court aman clearance obey to me to Kwan. Muslim woman into Kwan. Wako back to court has granted him again. He's leaving. So no call you and then no more go. And then Yoko to me release letter. Catch say a hospital can be commissioned because someone negotiate. Is that their mandate? Obi case yetiha will be bail condition 800 million 500 million. You tell me this is reasonable? Yet to anybody in the bush for they will raise this amount. So if you are supporting that today, the principle, hold this principle. If the table stand tomorrow, don't defend it. Hold that principle. I'll really be shocked in future if I see you shift from this position.
Hey, I'm going to
go.
So if I see you,
no, if I see you, at least maybe I may sure what tell you, Anna, but really,
I am the way I am.
That's right. But at least you see, we should all work within reasonability. Say, ultimately, kase obi. Bail condition.
Maybe come on, and yes, police say Kofabra and Sanyama bail.
Bail condition. What bail? So,
and yet,
you are within that.
And yet, direct casse cotam 55 million and 100 million brands Sanyama bail.
But you have to meet it. And yes, sir. So, what's the difference? Some police in doing catch us for scabra bet you. They don't take money. A court never bet me must order. But in your more conditions, say meet this and this and this condition, and mostly bill has to do with say so that anytime a court any another investigative body no bet me produce any panel because say self recognizance bill under MPP we did it to many of the government appointees many and now what F1 Yama cost miracle say 55 million open there Opuni na yahi.
Come on,
no, me be so say. I'm not justified.
No, me say that is what the word I used.
We say sikana miracle say sikano dawson say 5 million poor. What I say 5 million poor.
Yes.
You should be dealt with. You understand?
Yes.
which I agree with you. Say 50,000 crowd.
Exactly.
But you see, in the same Iyoko statement, that another disinformation and misinformation would shame say, okay, so say accountant be I started refunding it here. Meanwhile, cases and the same. And the same. Okay. But only this statement now, you may think, say, only miracles now you bonny and only more there, but miracle is refusing. Okay. You know this is disingenuous. Right. For a state institution like Iyoko to do that. So when it comes to the issue of miracles, and me, I believe me was so confidence in miracles that Iyoko a much I do about nothing. Okay. It's when it comes to Camilla, I weep. And I think the NDC people should begin to get worried of what is happening. Really? So okay, Haruna Idrisu. Haruna Idrisu. Honorable. Okay. Minister of Education. Asama Okan, based on this arrest, harsh bail conditions, even the Interior Minister Eka about it. You see, more presenter ha. Your friends Mugabe, Miba ha. Emma me a petition Emma police for. Minister Obama, ebe pimene, they've not responded. You see, the highest form of Agya Wusu can affect a nipa hu. Nanado, you see, Nanado kuniyire. Inkrofo mo ka ni anchi omo. Presenter NDC supporter Kotina Radio say, Obon said the next flight and Nanado be fanu mo mba bio. They didn't arrest him. You have to learn to live with dissent. Mugabe wa ha esi police for na ebi etuoma nkrofo mo mo kobokro no oda so na. Is it not grievous enough? The whole police institution in the Ashanti region were indicted on credibility. He's still working. IGPA who say accept. One thing that was said on Canada understanding. This administration ran a class society. Mugabe Academy kebi I won't go down here. They'll pick me up because me MPP. He can say it and work freely. Yet but outside Mugabe, you also may say. Because Yanchi will be from XYZ. Under this administration. That's the class society I'm saying.
So the previous administration.
I'm saying, sir. I'm not saying, sir. No. You see, every day I say, end this year, you people, you make nonsense of your own reset agenda. You make nonsense of it. Because, Banka say Agya Wusu. Get it? You see, NDC, they make nonsense of their own agenda, a reset agenda. Let me even play the devil's advocate. Let me know nyadri. Say near AC and rano. Na enya to complain here. And we see we ba. We be reset. Say part of resetting is say say refer me again. Say no so ya chiwe. So we standard in here then. You have gone back to we see we ba own no. Now that's your standard. Okay. It means you criticize no. Perhaps anything about standard. Sanka enya we be say we say under mono. We be ka ABC there. Yeah, me say. But we say under here. How do you force a citizen of Ghana to plead guilty in the absence of the council?
Will be a force.
Yes,
but we're a court.
No. Don't get the distinction. There are videos I watch. The beatings of police are subjecting to force her to plead guilty. Until the girl pleaded guilty without the lawyers present. Then the lawyers in the police station to watch Ghanaian citizens. You should show the Bush and phone names or Tesano or Osu or they don't even know. For this, what keep it girl? I beat number. Girl forcefully no. What to say or you're guilty. You drew court. The lawyers were now ready to amend. Said no. She pleaded guilty under duress. Court see baby. So we are going to sentence her. How do you handle a citizen of Ghana that way? Okay. And you come back here and want to tell me about say and we reset agenda and move your baby for. Is that how to handle and the revolution and where you can put somebody subject him to beatings to confess? Okay. Because of any freedom, whether no crew and no crew. We should all sit here condemn what is happening under present mama. Under 1.5 years. Look at the number of arrests. The last time I came, I told you, Media Foundation for
West Africa.
One of these I'm saying the rate of arrest are year in 1.5 years. It surpasses the whole 8 years of Nanado. That is an indictment on the government. Okay. And you see, there is no amount of where intimidation bet me to cow us into submission. Yes, let me
and also go back to say
Let me currently, you see
the previous administration. That's how
I don't go on radio and TV and insult. Okay. I'm too fine a gentleman to do that. Okay. And I have me one semi American. Why should I waste my time?
Others are doing that.
You see, others are doing it, which I am against it. Because whether I like President Mama or not, Okojina baby and now Ojina we na yedi tune nim I don't know friend is saying David we na obe deliver speech you know. Bibi to say is it podium no wrong. We don't quote of we na president of the Republic of Ghana. Yentro president of NDC. So he's the president of Ghana. Maybe. It was I'll end. So me, I won't come and sit and insult him. I can disagree with him in the harshest of ways. Currently, the same TikTok NDC for almost shot to Dr. Bamia and listen to the kind of words they are using. Very deliberate. Nobody has been picked up. None. What you are Prezi IGP? Your friends, you and I'm on the watch. What is he doing?
But as come on, for the last bite now for Yampo. Asane quickly, yes, I monitor the elections, constituency elections by the MPP. And name whether say because of violent gunshot and those things, any decision by the party regions were taken. But wait, 3 minutes.
Okay, only say come and check the kind of many social commentators and name me NDC the way he portrayed the whole thing. Now me tia so about the cancer so say me who say
and put them occupational hazards no me
we no so have been jini say kamadi me so warrior na so was sister kra na so no ye de Camilla ye be ye so we yere pa to me gina ho e di president na tem say di ne yere atem say be no more kan ye no kama enye wo de. Like you're saying, you would never come and sit on radio. Me, I won't do it. So me, I hear Kupam no be jawari. Okay. Anyway, Yambra Assembly. Primaries. I wish them well. I think they started fairly well until when they were getting advanced, and 1 or 2 things started to happen. But you see, it has been like that on both sides. Say Kobase or more primaries. It be more interesting. Tiana hot tempest kakra mo abum. The acquire ma Katache Frifa sans and same way by. In fact, and can probably NPP would have said true and can clashes near minimal compared to the previous ones now no more share I say into media I will advise them say the mobile the bachelor party nisu into go about your duties as has been mandated by your party's constitution. Now, Nkobane say, will be interested in we call the person will be called now be a particular constituency. According to we have to postpone it. Those people should be brought to book if there has been anything of the sort. And I say be evidence can be. I think those things must also be be brought to book. And yet outsiders and the by say Omoba Saka Muankasa into the district or the constituencies, so more executives. They should sit and deal with it now or more elections in the thought.
Right. Okay. Come on.
Yeah. You see, so far, under the current general secretary, he's organized very successful elections under Netanya. In fact, one of the achievements I'm really, really happy with. So we call elections of about 276 constituencies. Now, it was ultimately achieve over 240 being successful. We now because of court injunctions. Because court injunction, there's nothing you can do. Okay. I will say we'll hold the process. The rate alone should tell you a success rate. In fact, me carry some time back and this whole opposition. President Mama, the criteria to assess whether NDC branch election is successful, looking at the way people are beaten, tells that people have interest in the NDC. Beating, and you just say people have interest in NDC. Here, MPP, we don't use beating as standard to show enthusiasm in joining our party.
Right.
We believe in what's the name, democratic tenets. And some of the places are hiccups are by, and including some national after issue, they want to resolve it.
Okay.
That's democratic ways. You see, there are gunshots. In Kai baby are gunshots. Police let me also fire gunshot as to deter people.
Okay.
Not the party. Let's get the difference. So who baby are who party more crow to our fire. You can say it for your viewers to. So you see, I keep it under Justin lawyer from Ponkodia. You organize the election say we are. You jamu me that who be bianca. Who assembly can for Utiha me gender me minister more say kabibi boni about this election. You can say it.
No, but say me portray Bibi Boni of any
because
party.
It's been successful.
Yes, in America, the success in
every election. Every election, we call online. They say online. Met extractive stories of NDC from branch. Yeah, boom, Crawford the back constituency. As some of the constituents who cried, you're holding. NDC near standard. NDC a party with revolutionary route. When it comes to beating as their standard, Makacho is a president mama.
Yeah.
Just say the fact say branch for year boo or mokrache ahukika amount for the person mura.
Election almost beating
as
Crawford rapes you muso murder hospital near there.
Who see gunshot? You see, don't get the difference. Who say baby who start to introduce before baby? Who say baby cry your boat? Who say your boat
gunshot to deter others?
By no police never gunshot. Police never one shot. Baby, police has the right. So most you say there's crowd where they can't control. It's part of their mechanism to control the crowd, but not the party. Not the party.
Somebody suffered for.
Your friend saying, okay, teacher, if you call her. He was not wielding any gun. Or court friends injunction or serve to store the process. What's that?
I believe no.
No, but also crack copy or the cultural police for say election will crack and what's it uncoso.
Okay.
And even granted class upon this year, out of 240 something a year elections, you are citing one to make it look as if the whole thing is successful. No, we shouldn't do that. I'm proud as an MP, even in my constituency. We are resolving the issue. God willing, by Monday, we'll see the way through.
That's it.
And then everything will fall in line. Okay. So, there are a lot of things that NDC is free. The position propaganda communication.
And NDC in 1 month, just a reference now, the man and
first, 50 Google, the position, not a propaganda secretary. Agya Wusu. 50 no a propaganda. Relax. Okay. But 50 was propaganda secretary. It took us, your friends, your former secretary, Dambochu. And almost started bomb which said propaganda title and almost and can some would have been propaganda secretary.
Okay.
Yeah, criticize them when Mutia Supreme. They are learning democracy from us.
The basic but Chris Duga, Chris Billard Duga, Christopher Duga, and a pair animal mere frame or Zabzugu Tatali. Chris, baby, I will be an opera marshal. Why? Yeah, Nenki Yanobet, a child signals animal mere free.
I don't know, so
Zabzugu Tatali. Christopher Billard Duga. Or a commissioner or RTI and a pay the mammy frame to maybe I will be a marshal. Why? Yeah, they are not paid in Bissia, a Abranaa, so yeah, the bro, men down of Panu, no more trickles on the bebo, a transcendent commonly a DBA, come on. Yeah, Totona said a beboy, Ghana, ye. Now, yet two partisan, Rico Justice, former Supreme Court Justice William Atuguba, he was so passionate, said, a hammer. Say Ghana no yeto abama obi a MP a okọ parliament house no adane two partisan kesi etime dwene Ghana ho asem ne ba no afa na nwan na NDC MP a NDC sem ko MPP
ba osan ka de bia wo yifro osi na say of repping in phone bia omu fa omu yusu osi of
elections how so we ni about said the oti after contest
I have the story
delegate in the bia ofro
I have the story
we to abane mo wi na
I have the story
and then NDC for omu fa na so
and then lastly osi penny phone bia we was story no actually. And it was lastly, me who story be as a officially Minister of Agriculture Wama Lands is sent from we are cooking kitten no. Basically that's or see you can eat some. But
na oyin akoko na oh you
see you can eat some
oyin akoko a na uribi but why akoko na aba emumu why uribi aye uribi na mum ton dodo na anya sika na afi eduru se ye to aye bia na watumi aye why abusuafo yemfa no pay de ni sia e Abranaa so nyame adoma dasene ye besena hia kama din ye MPP ni mapa sanso so na ora ya asanita no or a CPP ni name social commentator a bad or a socialite until a do her not in a 2 man. Though better order so na kumamu or enchromized. Why? Aha, or enchromized. Now and this near so banu you set traffic so didn't want to pay went to me ama. Midinia Joe Swans and Yami Adoma that's a production period that we say this year.